Yachi Amakwaba Eba Owia Kaseɛ mfonyi so Kumasi stadium amekum ena yewo ewa santimem hanom Samre omemu nsem bi de edite de ka apade ufa kumuna kruche de agumem wo semfo asema ma ya kroje se Nyankopɔn ni so eno ena ene anopai abra Owia da so no ye de fa Owia Kaseɛ mfonyi so ne de abra mo ye ka mo se ene eye odefo bosome de etoso makomako nso vision pimienu ene aduonu ensia ne bosome a etoso emienu emu ewo honom Owia official TikTok tanso ena Owia official YouTube Owia TV ewo Facebook ena afei www.owiatv.com honyina wokwa wonsa bekan wonya bi ahwe no wonya bi etie sima besaduase di animi Fwadwe ncheto ase na se na ma afoforo nso enya bi ehwe ewo honom ententem so a ensama medebe som ene anopedi edi mu akote no ni animu no ebi ene se Ghana mampanyini eye John Dramani mama edi nsem bi di atodwa a woye afutu a akọ ene abakwasam a efafurugu a ene Zambiafo ene Ghanafo esi atwetwe ewo hwi na yede ani kiremu ewo mfimfim mantam a kura friends Owia lithium akopie honum a ewo se wo menye tuo ne nya hu sika no omanfo eso mbeyo ye kire no mate adankraye mu ede akyere ewo ehonum Zambia mampanyini ede atodwa se enche wono so be hyase na wabomoden na wakra frugu ni bi na afri eye Ghana meman mo aba bepie mu ewo na so ya enye asem keto akra ewo Ora no nyamfo Julius Debra okọ abankese mo ne panyimpa wo ho wono so de nsam ede atodwa se wo mu beye wo se abibiba mbo moden ne eme ho kwan se de be ya ye be ma kwan na afei movement anase kwan ye obi abefa so no be kọ amanfoforo mu no ni nyina ho beda ho na ne ma akonkan ede amaye ewo madam ma wei ene afoforo pi ena eka ho a yare ne se anopa no nsia kase a yede ebremu enye asem keto nyimekuo bi ena aso yasene ede kasire ase ya atofo a yede kase ebremu yemfa na ase ni bi emfa emadwabi bank tikakrabia ho nsam de wode dan no a na yese wode adan yie pa sa enso na emopafie emopapapa ene anwa papa wo mode aba ne de kotomu bi amfamfiri baabia fa wani echemu honom Secops Connect Limited ban akwantuo hu nsam de a wono no afa ede asine na so nyimekoi ena no paye wo mahye mfurumu a yede kase yede ebremu sam no enchiremu na bidi ene abusia pani ousu aduumi abeto dwa wo my Ghana mu hanom se yenya efom agudi e friends lithium na ekwa e befa so ebeto wo do ani chemu mfimfim mantam a ehonum na sa lithium yi apie lithium ni dwumade edidie no ebi eboa ema ehyan kra akobedie ni etimi eye kamapa emu batteries awodo eboa ema nkane ya ho nsam so etimi eye kamapa na Owia a no ewo mfimfim mantam ehonum na sa lithium yi apie a eneye oman Ghana ebo ho bra nansa na wo de asobebo fom wo no ma sha ase adi hu dwuma no na wo setemamufo a wo no ho na wo mo ho aka no wo mpesika kakra de se wo no mfunumu se de be ya abotoye mu ebeba na no na temamufo echiremu a besinne no no dwumaku a de hye wo mo nsa se wo mra no medi hu dwuma Atlantic Mining Company no wo mo twi wo mani ayi wo mani ene wo mabom ba bi pada nya de wo de wo se ede aye oyo ye nti ena temamufo aka wo ho abomu ama maburu enka bomuko wo twofo ye friend Sir Frank akwa wo de aba beto dwa se wo mo hwe animu no wo ma mo mutia wa mretia wa bi abo wo no kokko se wo manfo se anye oyo na afei wo no mu hye de wo se de mo no wo manfa abo mo de a ene wo be dandan wo se ataya hye nuku ne si apaso no ma yo ye chechecheche e de atia eye adwumakuo ni aban.
Since 4 December 2023, our ongoing personal project located at Abonko, Krofu, Owia, Abonko Kulim, Krofu Hospital area and Kamaku have come to a complete halt due to the activities of Owia Lithium project. For over 2 years, Atlantic Lithium Mining Company has prevented us from continuing our developments. Our structures and materials on site are damaged. Our lives have been placed on indefinite hold. Sadly, up to this point, no compensation has been paid despite our repeated efforts. This failure is a clear violation of Article 20 of the 1992 Constitution of Ghana, which guarantees the prompt payment of fair and adequate compensation when property rights are affected. As a result, we have been prevented from continuing our projects and are now living in rented accommodations. We are struggling to service loans that were taken to fund these projects. Those of us who are farmers are also suffering because the company has placed a ban on cash crops, which has caused financial hardship for farmers. This situation has caused us financial hardship, emotional distress, fear, frustration, and deep uncertainty. Our standard of living has also declined totally. That is very sad. We feel displaced, ignored, and disregarded in the country, specifically in Fantiman municipality. We therefore have no option but to demonstrate against Atlantic Lithium Mining Company in the coming days. If we are not compensated after this press conference and our impending demonstration, we will go back to site and work, and even that, we will still demand compensation for wasting our time and damaging our structures.
We a mebru ekuo mo akambo mo ora Frank Akwa wo ye trofo penny ewo Owia na omo de sakoko bonsemi e de ama adwumakuo yi a wono mo ebetu efom agudie ewo Owia hwe abusia ntoso na ye mfama mu a ye de ani chemu Zambia Ghana mampanyi John Dramani mametia ne mpaboa so ekopie mu na fua miensa watu a wasade ni echemu Ghana ha na ensembebre na ekokopie wono mo ene ade a ba kwa na dimu akotini bie pa no eye abra wono mo ebu odwa na eye hechlima wono eye Zambia mampanyini ene Ghana mampanyini wono mo twahia ye na wo kasa no wodi tu dwa se eye na hodwiri eye na onwanwa se yamano ne soafo onmonyamfo Samuel okojetu abrakwa se de wo si afan ho na wode aba betena ho mo na wo se ye batakari anade binum kan se furugi na wode bi aba betena ho mo na eno no wose sani ninti no obebobode na wahwe se kwan obefa so a wonna ba mu mpanyifo ombetimi atonkra ede aba Ghana no mo nso anya bie na omde akọ Zambia akọhye wo hono mo ansa na nsemi beba no na Ghana mampanyini ebre okopie mu ewurusi aka Zambia wono mo ewiem se gina bia enu bi na na hye no eyefugi na enam sai no so ama Zambia fo sede agya sabia kusabia kroto wiase koyiye no saa womde aso te ba bia wo mu nim ne ekoso ne ade a tinu obu firi se eyema entade bi de omfrense brass no ebi na Ghana mampanyini wabomuo ene wahyesu ene ade a ene ebe ya atwetwe si man Ghana atwetwe pa ewo social ni media no so na no omu nim wo mo no omu bedi saa agri ene Ghana fo amana gye wo mo nsam ewo hono mo eno ena hechlima wo de atudwa se wo behwe no makra bi no mo de aba Zambia mem hono mo nso.
Not just in Zambia and Ghana. And I'm very happy that the foreign minister, you dressed like that. I asked my team to post on various platforms that we're associated with that President of Zambia will be ordering more of that stuff for himself. And you saved my words because you spoke very well about the importance of our culture, our traditions, and you look at the successful countries around the world. Just watch and see inside there. What do you see in the Japanese? What they do is embedded in their culture. What do you see in the Germans? It's embedded in their culture. What do you see in the Chinese? What do you see in the Indians now? The explosion of the Indian economy is anchored in their culture. Within the diversity of the Indian culture, you can see threads.
Hechlima Zambia mampanyini ena no wo biso se ede na muhunu efa Japan China ene amanya won mo konkan ewa abrabomu eye wo mamamre ene wo mamane eno no wo kura mutwe a ede wo makagiremu ede aba bepie sabri yi na Ghana mampanyini His Excellency John Dramani Mahama na wono so ewo hono mo na eno no hyase se ene obebo mmɔden na wakyerɛkyerɛ ye nuanom Zambia fo a wo mu nim fugui na sekyerɛ ene ade property a eye sanse obepie mu ewo man Ghana m hade a yedi timenti fido nitwodo ne ntwiada so a eye atade edi mu pa ewo hono mo Ghana mampanyini kyerɛ mu se kane no mpo no se eba ako a eno ne ntade a na wono mo ehya a ezu se wo mo hya a obetutu obetu agyan a entimi ngura mu mfa mo wo mo saa enso na ya mamra ne amane mu no mentifido emantama wodo ni nyina no edi akagire mu pa ya atade esipi esita enti entoto na se enti Zambia fo a wo mu nim no ene na batakadi anasefu bi na bose eno no Ghana mampanyini John Dramani Mahama.
Some call it batakari. Yeah. Now this is a traditional dress that is made by a local industry. It's part of our culture. And so in the past it was worn by kings, royalty, and also warriors. When our warriors were going to war, they wore smocks. And the belief was that the smocks were soaked in some herbs and then some spiritual thing was done. So when you fire a bullet, it can't penetrate, you know. And so the smoke portrays a lot of things in our culture. And significantly, on the day Ghana, the first sub-Saharan African country to gain independence, on the day our independence was declared, our president, Kwame Nkrumah, was wearing a smock. He and all the freedom fighters were wearing smock. So smokes have become an integral part of our cultural identity.
And afi akufo and an almost says already on my Ghana pa a brain yafa who dear no or Sergeant for a Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and then one more can ho a consa a queen a bro fruit simply near Passono a yefugui and abatakari ebi and ana a se one more edican some edit area singing every young trosso na yem famamu yabepi mo Ghana near Ghana bankesium near bankesium so for me said the English Boni can say chief of staff Elko Uko Jubilee House ono nyamfo Julius Debra na wodi nsem bi de atodwa e de ato abibiman anim we na Africa Prosperity Dialogue na ekoso e wo hono na se kire nyina ne botaya ne siso ne se kwan ya befa so no mbeboa ama mmabunu anya nya agina so no motimi adi yi e wo abrabo mu na ebra wo wura yi kasa ene wo tufo akade a che bibiman se ebra so se bibiman ye nyina ade ayeda ye so ye na Kwame Nkrumah osagefo na ope se bibiman nyina beke ho abomu ye se ba akofo eye furumu ma na enema tini akonkan de amaye no ye ma no ebamu mprempre ne edidi dwuma ehun nya se Ghana ni etu kwan no akọ Nigeria woko Zambia woko Algeria woko Egypt ebibiman awodo nyina no so a wo bre e wo se ye mma kwan ne biebie ya kwan ye ne ye de ma ye hu ne ye de bia kwan ye ene wo do ene nkabomu ena eyo eba no sa emma kwan ema emabunu etimi di ahyemfie wo mo to wo mo emedwade ekoso emesikasam ntoto nyina ekoso a ebetimi aboa na di akaginamu na ama oman ene ebibiman enyina etimi akonkan ononyamfo Julius Debra enso nsema okan yi
with the history. Kwame Nkrumah, our first president, warned decades ago that Africa must unite or disintegrate individually. The forces that unite us are intrinsic and greater than the superimposed influences that keep us apart. This was not rhetoric for his own sake. It was a strategic warning about scale, competitiveness, and relevance in the global economic market. Today, that call to unite must be expressed in the language of markets, jobs, and opportunities, especially for women, youth, and SMEs. Unity must mean the ability of African enterprises to trade across borders with ease, to scale beyond national markets, and to compete confidently within a single continental economy. So what must we do? First, we must align finance with enterprise. Africa needs patience, development-oriented capital that understands the realities of SMEs, support innovation, and reward growth. Capital must meet credible businesses, and credible businesses must be equipped to absorb investment and scale regionally. Second, we must build trade capability at scale. Export readiness, standards of compliance, digital trade literacy, and logistics efficiency are no longer optional. They are a must. They are prerequisites for competitiveness in a continental market. Third, we must make integration visible and tangible. When women lead enterprises and youth-led startups successfully trade across borders, they create confidence and momentum. They turn continental policy into lived experience. This brings me to the launch of the Africa Market Borderless Now. Make Africa Borderless Now campaign. This is more than a call for easier movement. It is a demand for economic transformation. Africa cannot trade at a scale if its people, goods, services, and ideas remain constrained by outdated systems.
Julius Debra, Chief of Staff for Owia Kaseɛ mu na yɛtene nka no Owia Kaseɛ mfonyi na wasugusu a wutie no anigusu a wo hwei wo mofiem ne momonten so ne mo office ahodo nyina no yɛnkɔso na yɛmfa na asɛma yaboafoi na yɛnkɔ yanim Dwabin Rural Bank said the medical can open sika krabia wetimi no matena se ayentotoye no makyerɛ sika sam ho dwadie yie said the be abetimi di sika di dwa nanso no enkowie bɔne mfama ode a Dwabin Rural Bank one maba e de ama menum emienu enu nti eba 7 account sanso na current account first deposit susu ahodo sa opese water shells afei da chinti account any investment ahodo no nyina na wo ba wono betena se obecheche ni nyina mu ama mo ate ase na watimi asigina ye hu se we na mpese meye we na mpese meye e ma remfi wo mo de asempa no ne de aba na se wate asempa ye de boa ama ebia ne mputupura na eniyema bia ba wo so kofa bie spare parts ye entade awodo ne niyema ahodo bia ye ne edi dwa ne ade no bra ye ntena se na animanimu ya ye nhwe na ye no nkasa na ye ma osika wo behia no na fa ko hye wudwam na niyema nkonkan obatampa loan what a wow eno de ye ma menom ye nua manom ene ye mama no mu di dwa na mutitiru na mu hia sika e de ahye wudwam o atrete mu amana ye fe no bra na ye ma obatampa loan na niyema entimi enkonkan emfa emma ewo ehonomo tie ya bie asoyen foforo kra ewo atonsu edwamu a wo ba wonsa ebekan dada na ewo Dwabin ejoso onwe fomasu abonwe sa enso na sepeti mpom Roman Hill na adese New Road pankro no aboaso ni nyina so wo ba honom a wonsa bekan na afeye no wasinkonwa atankonwa so adi nkomo na yaye ntote ewo ho betimi afre wo 0544745856 and 0271464327 na mpemfo eni nkomo emu pafie na yekwe emu pafie de wadaroma aha na yede mu papapa no yede aba ewo premium and super premium rice enya semketo akra ba wonya abotre no wayini wo pe na wo de akọ hotel restaurant awodo ene ye ne aye bodwabodwa nu anuane eton no tosa wodo ene mo ahodo ene bebia wo ton ade a wo pesa wo ton mo de wadaroma ene de ni abrasie ma nya mu bia keke ene so kofa ekogu so to ho okofa ko hotel okonoa mo amono ade ton fried rice no ne ade no efie obatan eya akọ mu pafie na akọ pe premium anase super premium ni bi na enema entimi enkonkan fama ye de jambi soya bean oil de aba what oil what the ye aduane a oil no cholesterol bia enim nti amodin wo ma ya hyeda aye ne kan sa enso ene ye wo yomi tomato na sa tomato paste wo de bodolo for pa na so de yestu na de ka emo no ho na wudi outim se ampapapa emo ene wudi adum ye ben oil pa fm sa enso na patase ye ne achemfo hotel edi enhwanimu ema remfi se parks and gardens so wokwa wonsa ebekan junction wo wonsa ebekan Prayer was 0244615117 0244615117 na ene emopafie eni enkomo Sekals Connect Limited Mr. eni titu ye ne yepese ye ko eye USA anase Mexico na ye bo modin ne ye ko World Cup no wadaroma enko emmadwumakuo bia ne na anye form fe no ofifi sen enko juicy kan konkodi na owia wasa be bon sentwofo amane ne abebo dawuro so me se eye Sekals Connect Limited womo ena ye de sa adwumadi ahye womo nsa baga na hanma enya asem keto akra wodo beko akodu bebia wo so ko no akohwebo no bi na nema atimi akonkan won pese mutu kwan eko Europe man awodo so eye North America anase Asia South America ene amanwodo a aka United States Canada no ne ade no akwanya eda ho no a wo ba ye betimi aboawo na yaye nkrata asema ma wonso watimi akopa enwuma aye aman bi epenyumanfo bi etese drivers afei concrete mason forklift operators here truck drivers here welder and afei Tyler steel bender housekeepers no afei auto mechanic here carpenters plumbers, electricians, munyina hiamo, nurses, general nurses, midwives, awodo, and afi pharmacists, and a home care jobs, nina ebi honma, yadobeko waitress, bar attendant here, and hotel service attendants, and afi cleaners, ye laundry workers, munyina no, akonya we abeda ho edi amawa, weba Secop Connect Limited, na yenu edi nkomo, na afi ya Kenneto, ama niyemetimi ya konkai. Fraying, it was 0553 732982 0553 732982 na ene empanyfo eni enkomo ewo yento akasie no so na yemfa emamu edom kuma wo man Ghana mna hyebedwafie esan won mo so agina won namros mu ama wo mna hyebedwafie no wo ma san yere kete se witwa se o man photo samfo emra mna hyebedwafie na wo mra no meche senti enne eniema bo ayeden pa ade wo mo kan bo eniema bi se bayire yankase ya po na dabre kodente se wa ene ne yekeka ho ya wonwon osum ne sanye wo ba bode a afeye menke pe ene entosi ane wuntimi nto ewa adwaman so wo mo se na no o mai photo samfo yewra Dr. Kiso atofo so no nyamfo ebra na odo man na kom mesika ebo man Ghana mrahye bedwafie etc ye ewo agbogbolshi market ye wo gentena ha no wo gene ho se kandwe ene adwadifo yi hiri dwamu wo mo se so wo be ma neyi won san kwa agbogbolshi market no obekwa akoto ma no ho se de wo mani asi abre na wo tahia hi wo mo ho na wo ye wo mo hwea enye ye ewo ho san se enema ebo ayeten asawo ansawam adoagiri mrahye bedwani ononyamfo Frank Anop Dompre won de wo si sudua se ewo se yewra Keso atofo se wo mo ni no fie wo ya de wo ba na wo be kyensem senti a enema bo ayeten sa.
Sugar, in conclusion, cost of living is going out of the roof. Cost of living. Sugar, I should have come with some food items. Yam, tomatoes, gari, plantain, going through the roof. We should be programming the exchequer to come and tell us measures. The last time before the budget was brought, he was gallivanting at Mokola, talking to the Mokola women. He should be going to Mokola now and be checking the price of tomatoes. Either cost of living is becoming too high. And you had come on the back of promising to reset our country. We are only reminding you your own messages. Reset agenda. Cost of living is supposed to come down. Figure, the last time I went to Agogloshi, the market women are complaining. Teachers are complaining. Doctors are complaining. Farmers are complaining. Cocoa farmers are complaining. Footballers are complaining. Before the budget, the minister was all over Agogloshi, Mokola, talking to the women. Prices of tomatoes, yam, cocoyam, cassava is all over, gone to the roof. Are you proud of the price of cocoyam now? It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. Speaker, I want to plead with the leader of the House. It will not be out of place if we program our friend. It is not for nothing that the Minister of Finance is one of our own. He should come.
Ena ewo hono ena motese na wo mu agi nchinywasew ewo hono Frank Anodom na nokra ensi anwie ena edom dodo no kendifo wono nyamfo mahama ayarega boko mrahye bedwani wono kro ya na eba aban enwuma ho ensama wo seko man Ghana mrahye bedwafie bobo hu na wo motwesu entuntwa wono ena wota no no se anoyi boko de ene edom kuma afo amo man Ghana mrahye bedwafie eye bibia da yie de na wose wo peso obi sase fan no mu dwa na ewo fan no mu dwa ne sia wo mu edi dwa sanse ne ho adwiri no na ne ho wose tete akoko ayekunu ho ade na tunsuo mu etutu ne ho wose enei na nya nananom akuafo mo Ghana na adwadifo mpo na esu nse ne ma bo abafom yi eti wonom kra no zedi esito mo ne ma omo ne nyihu enne asetrema yemre agono se mpompo a ebe paye na yedi aduro di aya ano eno nti ba bia omo kemo omo nsem di free die no kwasem ni ono ononyamfo mahama ayarega wose ne ho adwiri no na wote ase nso a enyi.
The issue of cost of living which you have raised I don't know which market you go to. I don't know which market you go to. So I don't know which market you go to. But I know that the prices of goods and services, because of the low rate of inflation, because of the very good exchange rate relationship between the cedi and the dollar, because of the stability of the cedi, and so many other good things that this government has done, definitely prices cannot be going up. Cost of living cannot. In fact, we are dealing with the problem of farmers saying that food prices have come so low that they can't even recover their investments in farming. So it is inconceivable that farmers will be complaining that prices are so low for their foods, and then you will be in this chamber complaining about cost of living. But I understand, because if you are in the habit of driving Maybachs and then Rolls-Royce and very expensive cars, the prices of the spare parts and the servicing of those kind of vehicles, those prices can go very high. But as for cost of living for ordinary Ghanaians who eat kenke and konkonte and then fish and etc., I think that they know that prices of food hasn't increased.
Oronyamfo Mahama Ayarega ena yetene nka ewo honom no yensa emfe ani nchimu ewo kumase anomo na tememufo abono mo okronom abohia ewo soame municipal eno ewo kumase anomo ati adankraya mu woma pa lai pa emom de adesrede ere atoto ahene ne esi ahene wono mo no drubunu mu yititu aban se wo mo sre aba ne ntwa nani no mere wotememufo abono mo okronom abohia na sese de atama ehye pa ene senkate kwakra na so beya yonya nso benya nkate ne kitikiti mampo de bi ene mfuturo na abema nkate nkwa na pi e de amawo wona wosi wuni kata ubenya bisesi a wona moa na wukurade e wose wodi yi hunimu na di katakata wano sanse wo mfirifie na ankoduru ba bia wo kɔ ensa ambra fie no mfuturo wo hunimu no yetimi di twa foundation ma ne yeyi futuro ku wo ma mo je omo gina enye sese de aban mra wo mo ensra bem no mehwe no mo sanse ase wo mo japade wo mu dwa wo mu die enyanro awodo ene de bre wo mo timemufo pa dai pa ema wo mo ni Owia Kaseɛ ebonkomo na wo mo kire wo mo nsem sei
no ba to ade be bi na uti nyina ya wo ya wo ye fuse poto ye sra ba se e kwan de o ma je ma ye wo si wo di ya botan no na nsuksu kai data to ma anye efutru kwa na eku ya ya sra no o ma hu ya mobo no o ma ku fa no so ma ye meto to ade wi na matisika ni bi na me akoto aduo no ma no miti nyina ya me ya de bia na kata achew ya brani mfuturu esre no ai fise poto
engine factory pa mu botano so futuru na hayam pa ama futuru ko da na we otimi na ye bo wasa je saban ene so ntofo so mon kasa mu na omo hwe pa no enyeman so mutimi ya ni manimu ya kura na ya no mfa so mpete so kakra ma futuru na asonte eman na futuru na amaya bi de lokal e saba e so se jobo mon kasa kire wo mo to munye kwa meye engusu ma kra ya mo wata so se be futuru no so bete kakra
abaye sire na wo ye mo bo wo me ku kwansu ma ye ni ye futuru ku ye eti bi da he wo si na mana yi na buo uti bi na ha ma ni ni te mu kwa eti ba ye na kwa na me pa de bia ite mo so to na be yo o se se be the beer which be a miss also to the city ye bowa ye wansi e futuro yi enti nya hwe mada ho ba ye sire mo a
na butan si wo a otu ani hwa na butan si a ekokọ em go na aba na da wo o ma ye begugu ma ye to ya na bi so obeya ama ye antina esmans ne ba enti eri nim se bronya ninti ti bronya ninti besi sa abre emfuturo ti me sati se obi aheda asanya atruo guso ti ebesa aban na dawroma okuye ya onyansie ye preko o meye maye na mfuturo no ekọ efie wura fie a
wo nema kura watale kura wo wuro watale na wo kofa wo beka se wo de be nu futuro na ade kogu tiese na da wo ma o meye hu bibi ma na da wo ma so asenka ka kese bi betwema ka be hu sese ne futuro na se ko nsuo no koye no na futuro no ahogoro kaka nti aha de futuro no bi ase market no eno anza waba akono se kono ha ne place aha yokuro ena wo hwe kra no a wo main road na aha second road ekwan bia nko ba bia wo free main road na aha second road am futuro ene kwan no aye basa ho ye niema ho chese ye hu de emfa futuro ni e wo manka mo futuro ndie ti esra ban we de ensa dansa ye esem se kwan de wo fu me ye ma ye ni me ye sino obe wata e ma ye o wata ma ye ho be die ka
Janfo kronom abrohia temamufo a wo mo ho na mate wo mo anu disem no ewe yenyina we so na yemfa na se bi emfa setup connect limited akontu ho niema wo mo agesi wo mo na so a wo mu twa no prosei amopa fie eho ene eto mo pa enkoto mo bi emfa nkofie na enkonkose wukunu ene wo ma wo nkosa wo no num sa enso na dwabi robanga eba ne sikasam ho ntotoye ene hu dwadie a wo mo eye danso wo mo danso ewo wo mafo mu nyina na se bi emfa enko ama yewra Benedict Asante yebo a osemfo a wosa akase yi mu kuku a akosua semua wo mo producers Dominic ene afeye nana ya abo ama mu nyina eboae sa enso ena woko MCR anopai Simon na sa enso ena ya Grace ena afeni ena wo mu nyina eboae buzi social media no wono ena ode ekoso enyina ema no emaye emprempre de mesumidi ene abusia pani ousu aduomi yama mu nyina mo ene hwe ode ahenewa